Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show, and I want to wish you a happy holiday and hope the weather is good in your area. We're supposed to get some really bad storms tonight, so that's the weather report. Now, I went to a Hamfest, a small Hamfest, about a week or so ago, and I showed you the one radio I found, which kind of a basket case. It was kind of a disappointment, but I didn't expect much. But this is a jewel. This was a great find. It's in perfect condition. Perfect. And this is Passport to World Band Radio. This used to be, because they don't publish it anymore, I haven't posted it for quite a long time. This used to be an excellent publication that came out once a year, and it was all about world radio. And it had a section in the beginning where it did short reviews of radios. And this is the 2007 version, and it's chocked full of reviews. I didn't count them, but there's a lot of reviews. And then it has other things, such as the index of radio stations, and lots of information about radio stations and what was going on over the course of that year, 2007 in this case. But I collect these for the reviews because the radio information is going to be out of date, and you can get on the internet, you can get more useful information and more recent information. So let me zoom in here. I tried to zoom in here. And like I say, this is like brand new. I mean, there's no crinkles, nothing. And on top of that, you know what I paid for it? Absolutely nothing. There was a ham club that had set up a table, and they had a whole bunch of stuff on, just kind of random stuff related to amateur radio on the table. And then there was a little sign on the bottom, free. Everything's free. And I wasn't positive because this is a valuable book for us people in shortwave, and it's brand new. And I'm like, well, and I asked the guy that was on the table next to it. I says, do you know anything about this table? And he says, no, it's just a club table. I don't know anything about it. So I thought, well, what I'm going to do, I don't want to miss an opportunity to get this. I'm going to take it, and then I'll come back periodically and see if anybody's here. And if they are, I'll ask them, was this stuff really for free? Well, we stayed there for about 7 hours, and I never saw anybody at that table. It's like they came in, set it up, and then they left, or they just never came back to the table. And so then I saw some other magazines, QST magazines, and some books. Matter of fact, I'll show you. I got them right over here. And this was after 4 hours after I'd been there. So I just I didn't gobble up everything that I particularly wanted to be stingy or not, whatever. And that's got somebody's name on it, so I won't show you that one. I'll turn it over. What I'll do. There we go. So I went back about 4 hours later, and there was still a lot of stuff on the table. Now, like I say, it was kind of low value, except this. This is probably worth, if you bought this off of eBay, it would probably go for $30 or more. These are worth their weight in gold. So here's another book. I turned the page over so you didn't see where somebody scribbled their name on her. And this is a 2008 publication on getting started with amateur radio satellites. And it's published by the AMSEC organization. It's got lots of information about the satellites. So, there's where the guy bought it. So then I got a couple of QSTs. These are 2017, 2017. These are all 2017. So I got a couple of those. Plus, the guy I went with had a couple of these on his table, and as he was packing up, he says, "You want these?" I said, "Sure." These have good information too. So I got those. Here's a ham radio outlet catalog for fall of 2017. I think that came with the stuff that the guy I went with had. This is another one of his. And we're back to this one. So I never did find anybody at that table. But I talked to a couple other people, and they said, yeah, this stuff's free, and it's, you know, it's good stuff. It's not junk, but it's good stuff. Matter of fact, there even were some antennas. I should have grabbed one of those, but I didn't. Didn't want to be greedy, so I took one that I really wanted to make sure I got. If I had to pay for it, fine, but I didn't want somebody else to get it. That's this. Now let's get into this. So I've shown you these before, and now here's a radio that I don't know if it's a fantastic receiver, but it is a cool looking radio, big display. This is the Eaton E1XM, and it's very expensive, even used. Now keeping in mind, this is 2007 vintage. And then you go, here's all the articles it has, lots of articles, lots of ads. And then after you get past the introductory article, the main article, and when you get past the main article, okay, there's Monitoring Times advertisement, and their publication that's since gone out of business. Out of bed. Oh boy, it's too early in the morning for me. I will get to okay, now we get into the section that I consider valuable. This is reviews of radios. And there's not a ton of information about each radio, but sufficient that'll give you an idea whether the radio is any good, what it can do. Here is an Eaton E5. Here's the Sony antenna. Let me zoom in a little more. You know, I don't have, I'm zoomed in. I'm maxed out on my zoom, my camera, on this resolution. And here's a Kiowa, another Sony, another Eaton. And the one thing you will notice that, and this is becoming more and more the case, is that the same radio has different manufacturers on it. Eaton is one of them. Eaton puts their name on Sangean radios and stuff like that. And then it gives you a rating system of stars. I think the maximum, and we can't see it down it right here. Maybe I'll raise it up to the camera. The camera's probably out of focus because I got it on fixed focus. There's the rating of the radio. This is 2.5 stars. Gives you the, I think it gives you, yeah, it gives you the price, retail price. Like this is a DGN E1103, which I reviewed. The manufacturer's price is $109. This is a very good radio. And they usually, well, not usually, but they pick out good radios. They don't do reviews of radios that they don't consider any good. And some of them are new radios, some are older radios. Here's a Sangean 505, so on, goes on. I mean, this particular issue is chock full of reviews. Now here is the Eaton that was advertised at the beginning, right there. And they've got an extensive 2-page, maybe more than 2-page review. Yeah, it's about a 3-page because it actually starts on the previous page. There is this one particular one is by Red Sun. And if you recognize this, there's many manufacturers who put their name on this one, including C.C. Crane. I mean, look, there's just pages and pages on these radios. Now, okay, no, I've still got more. Wow, this is a great issue. See if you can get your hands, even if it's not in pristine condition, of the edition 2007 of Passport to World Band Radio. If you can find any of them, get them. This is got to be one of the best. And I've added to my collection. I have about 5, I think, now. Here's my actually, yeah, this is my, I've got one of these. This is what I consider an early SDR. There's no controls on it whatsoever. You can get an adapter for it. It doesn't normally come with this adapter, a faceplate with controls. Normally it doesn't come with that, and that's almost expensive as a radio. This is the ICOM ICR 1500. It does have a built-in speaker. It does come with a little shortwave antenna, power supply, and USB cable. They provide you with their software, SDR software. Some people say this is not an SDR; it's more of a hybrid. But I consider it an SDR. Nobody else ever, I don't think, wrote any software to go with it. So all you had was the original manufacturer software, which was adequate, but it wasn't spectacular. So mine is gathering dust. Here's the Radio Shack radio that I use quite often, the DX394. Their reviews gave it 2.5 stars. Not too good. Not too good. And then here's a DMR Ready Radio. This is the Tintec RX340 right there. Can't see it because of the glare. How many stars did it get? That's a fairly expensive radio. It's $4,200, and they gave it 5 stars. Well, if anybody has one of those they want to donate so I can review it, I'll appreciate it. There's a Win Radio, which is a radio that I think initially they start out as they were PC cards that went in your PC, and then they start building standalone. And they're quite expensive, and as you can see on this one, for instance, it got 5 stars. They are good radios. Expensive. That one was $1,000. Oh, here is the software that came with my PCR 1500. Pretty blah compared to the SDR software you can get nowadays. But it did the job. Let's see if I'm through yet. This, normally, they only have about maybe 20 pages on this part of the handbook, the reviews. But this one, it's about a third so far, and I'm still going. Here's antennas. All kinds. I have not looked at this in detail. There's all kinds of antennas. Here's a Wellbrook AL330S loop antenna, and the guy's got it on like a 20-foot pole. Those are expensive. Let me see what it says. It's in pounds, British units, English units, and it's 189 pounds. The prices, of course, are back in 2007. I'm trying to see if I've got any of these antennas. There's my Sony antenna, loop antenna. Was not too impressed with that, but maybe I didn't use it properly. And finally, okay, so we got definitely a third, almost half of the book was radio reviews. So this is, I mean, I can say the shortwave information and frequencies and stuff like that are a little outdated, so I wouldn't worry about that. But the rest of the book, it's a great book. You should get one of these if you can. Like I say, unfortunately, they've become collector's items. I can't believe I got this for free, and it's like brand new. And this is the 2007 edition. I don't remember when they stop publication. WRTH, World Radio Television Handbook, is a similar one, but this one was far superior, although this one's out of publication and WRTH is still being published. So that's it. This made that Hamfest, for me, a fabulous Hamfest. To get this, I would have paid $30 for this if the club would have wanted that, but it was free. Lucked out, finally. Have a great day. If you enjoyed the show, please give me a thumbs up. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye.